Resilience. The moment we are living through challenges people with even the most robust coping skills. We are witnessing the loss of life at a massive scale, fearing for the lives of ourselves and our loved ones, grieving for the life we knew before, feeling helpless, lonely, and perhaps more than a little angry as we see the daily injustices that COVID-19 seems to illuminate. With all of this going on, the possibilities for individual and societal trauma are quite high. Thankfully, past research has discovered a variety of effective tools that people can use to maximize their own resiliency during hardship. The following will describe 7 such strategies that we can utilize even in the midst of social distancing or sheltering in place. Principle 1. Cultivate a belief in your ability to cope. When we're going through hard times like we are right now, it's easy to get overwhelmed, feel helpless, and start to wonder how on earth we're going to get by. It's important to validate these concerns. You could put your hand on your chest and tell yourself that it's okay to be scared or feel whatever emotions you might be experiencing. Take a few breaths and offer some companionship to your feelings. Too often, when we feel difficult emotions, we quickly try to make them go away. We'd be better served by gently and kindly acknowledging our pain in the moment. Tell your emotions, I see you. After you've acknowledged and validated your feelings, you can move forward and begin to cultivate an awareness of your personal strengths and resources. Remind yourself that you have what you need inside of you to get through this. Take a moment to list the capacities that you can bring to bear in this current situation. Focus on those things that are not dependent on other people or outside circumstances. Qualities like adaptability, intelligence, a sense of humor, courage, perseverance, resourcefulness, assertiveness, gratitude, and so on. All of these qualities can help you through your current challenges. We may have very real external hardships, be dealing with sickness, loss of income, and many other difficulties, but we have our core personal capacities to draw upon to help us navigate these choppy waters. Principle 2. Stay connected with sources of support. We are social animals and we need a tribe. Tribes make us feel safe and supported. A tribe will deliver toilet paper to your doorstep in the middle of the night. A tribe will send you funny memes to get you through a hard day. Try to rise above your ordinary disagreements or interpersonal politics and focus on working toward a common goal. Whether you are a family living together, roommates, or a group of coworkers in an essential business, try to cultivate a shared team identity that can unite rather than divide. If you don't have a lot of people in your life right now, have a look around. Your sources of support do not always have to be intimate or individualized. There are many new little tribes forming online using phone and video technology. Churches and meditation centers are live streaming services and programming online. It could be as simple as following a hashtag on Twitter or joining a Facebook group on a shared interest. Principle 3. Talk about what you're going through. You don't have to talk a lot or often, but I promise you that it does not work in the long run if you bottle things up and say, I'll deal with it later. We need to work on processing what we're going through, at least somehow in real time. If it's hard to find someone to talk to, you might take to journaling or sending letters or messages to loved ones who are far away. Principle 4: Be helpful to others. It can be very rewarding and empowering to help other people during hard times. When we see that we can make a difference and reduce someone else's pain, it reduces our own feelings of helplessness. It enhances our sense of control and efficacy in the world, which helps protect us from feeling overwhelmed. It is important not to rely on this principle and to not help others to the point of burning yourself out. Be sure you're keeping your own battery charged and not falling into the trap of martyrdom. Principle 5: Activate positive emotion. Find things that make you laugh and commit to watching, following, and connecting with whichever of these sources most amuse you right now. Find some humor from pre-pandemic sources of entertainment. It's a good time to revisit your old favorite sitcoms, stand-up comics, heartwarming rom-coms, and other art or literature that can reliably boost your spirits. It's important to remember that there are countless potential positive emotions to cultivate. Think about how to feel gratitude, appreciation, love, intimacy, and connection to the beauty of nature. Principle 6: Cultivate an attitude of survivorship. We need these affirming messages that we have the strength we need to get through this hardship. The more we focus on feelings of helplessness, the more we will feel victimized. The more we focus on being survivors, the more we will activate our inner strength and create a narrative that we can proudly carry into life after the pandemic. It is important to accept the reality that we are all going through hardship at this time and that there are indeed special circumstances beyond our control. We are not completely in control, but we aren't completely helpless either. Regardless of the reality, a survivor narrative is much more supportive of our mental health in the long run. Many of us have seen this play out in the media when we hear stories or read memoirs about people surviving abuse, trauma, or serious illnesses like cancer. We can learn something from how these stories are told and cultivate a similar story for ourselves. Principle 7: Seek meaning. Once you've connected with your beliefs or sources of meaning, contemplate how they apply in the current circumstances you find yourself in. You could even make some notes to yourself in a journal if it helps you think it through. For instance, if you believe that there's a lesson in everything, you might brainstorm how you are currently learning to be more patient, how to spend less, or how precious life is. Although we are going through deeply challenging times, we are lucky to have a wealth of information available to help us come out on the other side with our well-being intact. These 7 principles can set you up to weather this storm and maybe even be surprised by your own resiliency.